What's up, moto friends? Las Vegas 2024 MECUM auction. So stoked. Can't wait to get there. Been driving since the crack of dawn. Just got a couple hours left. Stoked to see all the bikes. I got a couple with me here. One that I'm selling and one that I'm delivering for a good friend of mine. Right now, just got to get there, baby. All right, let's go. Everybody, we made it. We're here. It's Wednesday morning. The auction is about to get started. Just walking through, checking everything out. And of course, we've got my bike here as well, a 62 BSA A10. That's going to get auctioned off Thursday evening. Fingers crossed. Some stuff I'm pretty excited about.
Wednesdays are an interesting day at the MECUM auction. There's usually a much smaller crowd than at the end of the week, and there's a lot of bikes that are maybe in project state or that are less valuable than some of the bikes you'll see on Fridays and Saturdays. So it's a great day to look for deals. Let's take a look at some of the bikes that are offered on Wednesday.
Hey, shout out to my buddy Greg. Here's a 1971 BSA Rocket 3 Triple. These were pretty new at this point. They came out in '69. And this particular year, they changed the whole look of it. And the early ones got this dove gray frame, which I can't quite remember how many they made, but it wasn't that many. This one's obviously ready for a restoration. Oh man, here's a nice CR250 mag. Shout out to Glenn. Sold him one of these from my buddy Alan a few years back. These are awesome bikes, super fun to ride. Surprisingly modern feel to this bike. Oh man, here's a good looking complete Greaves Challenger. I love these bikes. These were kind of taking over the desert scene as the two-stroke started to roll in. Oh, here's a little Hornet. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see, it's got a Hornet motor, so that's 66 and 67, but it looks like it's a later frame from a Firebird, so 68. It's got a Lightning tank on it. So this is, I mean, this is something that if all you want to do is ride it off-road and have some fun, this is an opportunity to pick up a bike for probably cheaper than one that was complete matching numbers unrestored would go for. These are cool right here. This is a 70 Matador, so this is a 250cc frame. This is like the enduro version of this bike. Shout out to Alex Rollins, the moto filmer, Classic Motorcycle Channel. He's into these IT 490s. This thing's funny. We got to take a look at this. This is coming on this tank right here. This is a Duvarna. So it's got a bevel drive Ducati motor in there. This is a 250, I think. Pretty sure it's 250. And it's in a Husky, probably like a 400 cross or 250 frame. So all Husky outside's Ducati powered. This is the kind of thing you can find at MECUM sometimes. Really crazy stuff.
Pea shooter single. Something you don't always see with BMW, but they don't only have the flat twins, they also had a little single here. Light in horsepower, almost anemic. Got that Art Deco vibe of a lot of the bikes that they built in the 30s. Very nice little bike.
Check this out. Good old Ariel Square 4. Still have never actually owned one myself. I'm always intrigued by them. They're called Square 4s because there's 4 cylinders in the orientation of a square. So as you can imagine, there is some overheating problems with these bikes.
So these are gear-driven cranks in the center.
Right.
And so it's a square configuration, up one, down one in the back. What's your channel?
Wheelhouse Garage.
Oh, Mechanical Adventure Garage.
Oh, right on. I'll follow you.
My channel is mostly my 67 Pontiac GTO.
Sweet.
But also I have a 1968 R69 SBMW with a Willis 4 conversion, which has a 68 VW single-port 59cc Volkswagen engine.
Wow.
Yeah. It was built in '68 by Roger Willis in San Bernardino, California.
That awesome conversation was the beginning of a bunch of great interactions that I had with people on the floor, some of which were like Justin here, who recognized me from the YouTube channel and were nice enough to come over and introduce themselves. I also got to reconnect with motorcycle hero Max Switzer, a man who got to race all the legendary events from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and who at 84 years old still rides at least twice a week off-road.
He sponsored me in Catalina Grand Prix on a Tiger Cub. I rode a Tiger Cub.
I have a Cub also that I'd love to ride. My wife's racing it this year, the Desert Race, and I'm going to race the 57.
And Tiger Cub was, in the day, was the fastest thing going.
It seems like a lot of guys raced it at the Catalina Grand Prix also,
Oh
right?
yeah, I ended up getting 12th. The frame broke on mine. I ended up having to push it up a hill, and you could coast to the finish, but the spectators helped me push it. I couldn't do it. It was too steep. It was a paved hill in town. It was the last lap, about a quarter of a mile from the finish, and the frame broke off of a curve.
Get out.
He put a different frame member on it and put big bike forks on it, and he brazed it, and the bronze broke.
Amazing.
Anyway, I still got 12. Got a trophy.
Nice. That's so cool.
I've been fortunate to ride everything. Big Bear, Catalina, Elsinore, all of them.
That's all my favorite races. That's my favorite motorcycle culture era.
Every one of them I've rode. Got trophies from all of them.
What was your favorite bike for like Big Bear?
Triumph.
Yeah, 650?
57.
Yeah, 57.
I rode a 61.
That's what I ride.
Yeah, I rode a. That's a good bike. Keep that.
Oh, I'm keeping. That's my keeper.
That's a really good one.
I love it.
You can still ride it right now on the desert. They're great bikes.
I know.
People don't understand.
I ride it every week. Yeah, they're really fun. I know. So cool, man. Max, thank you. Appreciate it. Good to see you again.
I see you. You got a good grip for a young man.
Thank you, sir.
The next thing that caught my eye were a pair of bikes that I could tell were built by Dick Mann, and I was lucky enough to see him while the owner was standing right there.
John, Bill Wheeler.
Nice to meet you, Bill.
Got some beautiful bikes here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it.
Mind telling us a little bit about each one?
This is 1962 DBD 34 Catalina Scrambler.
Amazing.
BSA 500 Gold Star. And this is a vintage motocrosser.
Right.
That is a 1965 BSA B40.
And you can tell that paint scheme, some of these fender braces here, all Dick Mann's signature stuff. So how did you meet Dick and how did you come to own these bikes?
I got to know Dick through a friend of mine, an old friend of mine who was related to him by marriage. Cool. And kind of got our foot in the door talking to him that way.
Yeah.
And it was a waiting list kind of situation, but we were able to come up with donor bikes.
Nice.
Because at that time in his career, he wasn't doing turnkey bikes anymore. You had to provide the donor bikes and all of that.
Gotcha. And have you competed on these bikes?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
This one been racing, I don't know, 10 or 12 years.
Very cool.
Not day, weekend, every weekend.
Sure.
3 or 4 times a year, maybe. The tires that are on it are the same tires that Dick put on it when he built it.
Wow.
So that kind of tells you there.
Yeah.
And then the trials bike, in 2011, I won a national championship on that one, an Arma.
That's amazing.
Vintage trials.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Man, these are absolutely stunning bikes.
Thank you.
So cool that you got to go through the process with Dick and own them and race them, and now they'll go on to
Legendary
somebody else.
motorcycles made by a legendary motorcycle guy.
You said it. John, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Good
Enjoyed
luck
it.
on these bikes.
Thank you very much.
All right. This is it's a JAP motor. It's a JAP twin inside of Norton featherbed frame. It's wild. Norton featherbed frames, they have an amazing reputation for being one of the best frames Norton ever made. I got no idea what that motor would be like, but it sure be fun to try.
Hold that thought. Fast forward to the end of the week. A friend of mine actually bought this bike. So this might not be the last time you see this machine here. And what a great day. Killer bikes, fun times with my dad, amazing conversations. All in all, I made it through Wednesday without buying anything. and there were some good deals. Maybe I should have bought a bike or two, but the purpose for this year for me was really to go sell a bike and do as much networking as I could. Day 2, sensory overload. The MC collection from Sweden was here selling off their Edward Turner tribute collection, which was so incredible it was hard to comprehend. I don't think I've ever seen so many stunning Triumphs, especially pre-units, in one place available for purchase. Wow. And of course, you know I love Triumph Cubs, so I spent some time studying this beautiful example here. My dad speaking with the current owner and restorer of this SS100 Bruff Superior. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to meet this guy or talk to him, maybe next year, but this guy has an incredible reputation for mechanically restoring these bikes, but maintaining the original appearance.
Right now, this one's about to go across the stage. This is a bike that I've been coveting for many years. This is an aerial scrambler. It's an HS. This is a 500 single. Kind of in the same category as like a BSA Gold Star or a Matchless G80 CS. This is their competition scrambler bike. And this is a really beautiful example. It's been restored, but really, just really well done. Probably really close to what you would have seen coming out of the factory. But I've never ridden one of these. I'm super interested in riding one of them. Single with a duplex frame. This is just a real sight to see.
Uh-oh, something's caught Mucho Bill's eye. He loves these pre-war Art Deco, just really obscure and really beautifully handcrafted motorcycles. And he's got Chris Carter, owner of Motion Pro, and our good buddy John weighing in on it. So we might have some excitement about to go down here. Let's see what happens.
7 pounds and out of bed. 7, 8 pounds and 9 pounds and out of bed.
These auctions are just so exciting, and on a bike like this, where they're super rare and obscure, you really don't know what they're going to go for. You got to go in with a plan, a number that you're planning on paying as your maximum bid, but when you're in that moment, and somebody else in the crowd maybe wants that bike too, you got to decide how bad you really want it. And there's the thought in the back of your mind thinking, if I don't get this one, there may never be one this good again. It's heavy.
44,000. 4 front 5. 27. We're just get 30. We're just get 30. 27. 27. Thank you. Now 30. 27. 30. 8. Thank you. 30. 30.
In the end, it took 30 grand to take this bike home, and for a bike this old, this beautiful, and this rare, that's a good value.
One of the serious dangers about showing up at an auction, looking at motorcycles, is buying one. So here's the story on this little Goozy. It's a 1928 single cylinder, exposed valve, 500cc bike. It's been restored, but everything is there and all the parts are there. It's 1928. It goes along with a couple other bikes I have. This is an Italian. I also have a 28 Bruff Superior, 28 JD Harley, and a 28 German bike. I just thought Italian needs to be represented in these bikes. This bike is pretty pristine. It's got a very interesting rear suspension here. There's 2 shocks underneath the vehicle, or 2 springs, and the dampening is all controlled here. Beautiful original glass piece here with Bosch on top. It's going to be a great little bike to take to Quail, hopefully in May, and maybe we'll win a little prize, but most importantly, I'll get to enjoy it next to the rest of those bikes for the rest of my life.
All right, it's almost go time for my bike, and I got to be honest, I'm nervous at this point. The pricing has been high and low all day, so I really have no idea how this is going to go. I'm just hoping to bring home a good-sized check for my wife and I.
$3,500 bid. Anybody get 4,000? Anybody get 4?
Jumped up to 4 and 5,000 at a good pace, and then it kind of seemed to stall out at 6. And then I don't know for sure because I couldn't see anyone, but I think 2 guys probably wanted it and were fighting over it between 6 and 7, and ultimately it went for 7, which is a great result. I'm very happy.
Woo! That's good.
Somehow I managed to not see this 1960 TR6B until day 3.
Is this your bike? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh.
It's incredible. And where did you find the bike?
In
Prior Lake, Minnesota.
And it was just like this.
Shoved up. And then so I pull it out, put some fresh gas in it, and started second kick.
Of course it did.
And it runs right now. They made us drain all the gas out. But if there was gas in it right now, I'd put a $100 bill on here and it would start second kick.
I love it.
Then again, it's got the skid plate, and it's got the high performance pistons in it, and big valves.
Yeah.
And
What an amazing bike. Thanks for bringing it here and not washing it.
oh no, that's part of it.
I'm with you.
No charge for the dirt.
That's right. I'm with you 100%.
Jabel.
This is definitely my favorite bike here. First year of the duplex frame.
Yeah, and they had problems with it because it was cracking.
Right here, I
Yes,
think.
that's right, up at
There at the neck, yeah.
And so what they did is a lot of the Triumph dealers had this frame, brand new from the factory, hanging on the wall for warranty.
Oh my god.
So guys would come in with a cracked frame,
Right.
and they would strip it on down and put the new frame underneath it, and away you go.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that nice?
Thank you so much for bringing this here.
All right, I'm here with my good friend Dominic. Dominic, we've known each other for quite a while
Quite a
now.
while, indeed.
And tell us about this incredible bike that you're going to sell here today.
Happy to. This is a 1982 Honda CBX, all original paint. Couple of added extras. It's got the Kirkwood 16-2s, aftermarket seats, and a fork brace. Other than that, it's all original.
Nice. Original paint.
Original paint. Fantastic
And
paint.
The bags.
Yeah, it's got the panniers, and this was Honda showing off everything they knew how to do in the
Right.
late 70s. So it's 4 valve cylinder, twin overhead cams, six cylinder, 6 carburetors, air ride suspension front and rear.
Wow.
So there's a little air gauge in part of the toolkit. You can check the suspension is in the right pressure.
Gosh.
There's the pressure gauge for the front suspension. I've done 15,000 miles on this thing.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And what's it like to ride?
Very smooth. You're a king of the road, and it's the one my wife likes riding on best because it's comfortable. It's got a good handhold
Oh, I
for the
bet.
premium passenger.
Yeah.
I've done a little touring on it because you've got the bags.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What an amazing bike. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you
my
very much.
friend. No problem. It's good to hang out with you here.
Yeah.
Now, all Rickman motorcycles are cool, but this is the nicest one I think I've ever seen. It's, of course, a Rickman frame and bodywork. It's got a Triumph TR6C, so 650 twin, high pipes, desert sled style. There's no doubt in my mind that this bike would be an absolute dream to ride. Bud Eakins is one of my biggest heroes, and the estate was selling the last of his motorcycle collection, which was very cool. Some unique stuff. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I wish it was full of awesome, dirty desert sled Triumphs.
All right. We're here with Mark Peterson of Southwest Superbikes, the man. Hang out every year.
Yes, sir.
Super fun guy, life of the party. Fun to throw a few beers back with. Dude, tell us about this awesome bike.
So super rare in Harley's illustrious way of going out racing. The only way they could kick ass in this style of racing was to buy another company
Right.
and paste their name on it.
That's right.
So the only thing Harley on this is a sticker.
Everything.
But so the bike's all Italian. It's an Aramaki.
Right.
So Walter Wolf raced one of these in the early 70s, and this is the only bike that beat Yamaha.
Really?
And dude, this bike's fucking fast. I mean,
Nice.
crazy fast. Liquid cooled in the early 70s,
That's
which is, yeah, it is. It's nutty. But so this was, I'm a big Yamaha collector, and
Yep.
I came across this. This is as raced. The day it was parked, and it wasn't touched.
That's the
Still
best
got
way
the
to
AMA
find it.
Tech sticker.
Wow, look
Yeah.
at that. That's so cool.
Super badass. The guy that raced it's still alive. I've talked to him a few times. Some killer stories. Yeah, I kind of hate to see this one go, but
Yeah.
time for someone else to enjoy it.
Sometimes you got to send them.
Yeah,
Cherry
yeah.
only front four.
Yeah, no,
Man.
it's the whole bike is just balls out, man. I mean, really good
Love
stuff.
The paint. It's still got the slick on the
Yeah.
back. Oh man, what
So
a
we'll
neat
see,
piece.
man. This thing,
This one goes tomorrow, right?
yeah,
Saturday?
we'll see if it's gonna ring the bell or not. It sure should. It deserves to.
Heck yeah.
See you.
Always great to see
Yeah,
you, man.
You bet.
After watching a few really old bikes go for tons of money, my trip was starting to wind down. I was just thinking about how grateful I am for this event every year. The bikes are absolutely incredible. but it's really the people that make the trip. I love reconnecting with old friends, meeting new people, and just solidifying relationships in this amazing vintage motorcycle community. Motorcycle people really are my favorite people on the planet.
Well, folks, we're about loaded up and ready to head out. It has been an absolutely epic trip. So much fun. Really great to come here and sell a bike. We're going home with my dad's 28 Moto Guzzi Norge, and I'm going home with a check and no bikes, which is totally okay. And kind of stuck to the plan. I tried to get a couple, but stuck to my numbers. I'm happy with that. But thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to everyone who did an interview with me this week. It was so much fun. And we'll see you guys next weekend with a whole new video. Cheers!